Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
Jace,
and you're watching Posers Must Die,
posers was die.
our latest adventures in the exciting and kick-ass world of heavy metal.
Yes,
Chase,
indeed.
yes. Chase, how was your week, man? Oh, wait, I
Pretty
talked to you
good.
just yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been cranking out the content quite a bit of late, but that's cool, right? Um, Bummer note, it looks like I'm not going to be able to attend the Soldiers of Steel festival now. My transportation fell through again, and yeah, I just really don't feel comfortable driving to another city with my vehicle and taking a. Sure, I could take the train, but and then pay hundreds of dollars in Uber fees to get around to Seattle for a weekend.
God.
I just, it
No.
doesn't, it's not, it doesn't seem doable unless I could just go up with somebody and pitch in for a spot to crash, But so that's disappointing, but this is my life. Endless sea of disappointment. Um, but anyway, we've got some new stuff to review this week. Let's see. Oh, right. God, my brain. First up, we have an album from our deeply from the fever dreams of our childhood. It's Cold Slither's self-titled album. Folks who remember the 80s and a cartoon called G.I. Joe, there was one episode where characters where the Dreadnoks, who were like a mercenary group that worked with Cobra, who were hired to pose as a heavy metal band, and then uh, Cobra used the subliminal messages to hopefully to recruit the nation's youth to overthrow everything or whatever. It's crazy.
I also I also thought it was the nation's youth, but then I went back and I watched the episode, and it's literally just whoever's listening to it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just it's
true.
just grabbing them and bringing them to a stadium or whatever. And now you're gonna
Yeah,
do Cobra's bidding.
yeah. I mean, it's a fun idea, and like I did go back and watch the episode. Thank you for finding it and sending it to me. Uh, it is, man. I remember this from when I was a kid, but man, it is a really bad, corny episode. Oh my God. It takes a while. The setup takes forever too. It's like it's a good while before we get into like, oh, our plan. It's like Cobra's going broke, so here's our last ditch scheme for
Yeah,
money.
exactly. They're broke, so they're like, oh, let's get our mercenary group, who we have to hire in the first place to do this.
I know. It makes no
And
sense.
yeah, it's a terrible plan, but it's a good band, turns out, in my opinion.
Yeah. So anyway, like G.I. Joe is like one of those things. Like, oh my gosh. Like, am I going to talk about G.I. Joe or am I going to talk about this album? I mean, it really is a concept album. There's so many like references to G.I. Joe and like specific episodes of G.I. Joe and things in it, and that's fun. Um, anyway, that somebody hired musicians to be Cold Slither and write an album and put this out. And it's Matt Harvey and Ross Sewage from Exhumed and Gruesome and one of the guys from Impaled and okay. So I think the drummer from KMFDM. What? Uh,
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, but anyway, it's pretty fun. They cover the one song from the cartoon, which is great, and that is very fun. Oh, there's an intro with Cobra Commander speaking, and it's totally Mark Hamill as Cobra Commander. Uh,
It's gotta be. I
it
couldn't find
has
it.
to
I
be.
was looking for who. But yeah, no, it sounds a lot like
It is
Mark. Yeah.
exactly him. And there is obviously not the original G.I. Joe. That was Chris Latta, R.I.P. But there's a later G.I. Joe cartoon where Mark Hamill does voice Cobra Commander, and I'm like, yeah, it has to be. It's got to be it. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. But anyway, uh, it's crazy. I mean, I think Cobra was like the best part of that show, dude, because like here is this incredible like coterie of
Yeah.
supervillains.
Full
Like
on.
it's like Bond villains, Dick Tracy villains, and like uh and the Legion of Doom. Like that's this
Yeah.
incredible ghost gallery of these fabulous assholes who are all stabbing each other in the back, like Transformers had like
All
the
super short-sighted. Yeah.
oh my god. So Transformers had like the Starscream Megatron dynamic where Starscream was the one who was scheming behind the back of the leader, right? But like so obviously. But then G.I. Joe ramps up a notch and everybody is stabbing each other in the back. And
The
it's like
second anything goes wrong, yeah.
yeah, well, and like, or even when things are going right, like Cobra will have an incredible world domination plan, some weather dominating device or something, mind control thing or whatever, and it will always be like, oh crap, they've got GI Joe on the ropes, and then like somebody like double crosses somebody in Cobra, Dr. Mindbender or Destro and the Baroness or Zaymot and Tomax or whatever, or the Dreadnoks, or later, Cobra Commander trying to undercut Serpentor. They just made it into the Starstream Megatron thing. But like, yeah. I'm totally rambling right now. Are the Dreadnoks supposed to be Australian?
I believe there's supposed to be some kind of yeah, Australia, New Zealand, some sort of
Yeah, but
Pacifica.
but
Yeah,
they could also be Cockney, which is awful. Um,
kind of weird. Yeah.
yeah, but you know what I mean. But anyway, GI Joe.
I'll
That
go
was
ahead
a
and
show.
uh, yeah, but okay. So I got some details here.
Mm.
Released July 25th on Raining Phoenix Music RPM. Uh, oh wait, that's all I had for that kind of information. Everything else is just yeah. I was more of a mask mobile army strike command or surgical command. Which was it? Strike
Strike
command.
Command.
Yeah.
It's not surgical
Uh,
command.
yeah. Yeah.
So you
Surgical
watched
command. What the hell is that?
you watched Mask. You're mixing up Mask and Mash, my friend. Uh,
I am.
yeah.
Oh
Oh
my god.
man, that's the mashup I
Hawkeye and
want. Oh my god,
Hawkeye BJ Honeycutt action figures.
those exist. But anyway,
Oh,
that there was a Mash line in like '81. Anyway, um, Cold Slither.
yeah, yeah. Oh
uh,
boy.
oh boy, I know we've spent so much time just preambling on this. Uh, but okay, so this is pretty fun, but also pretty silly. Uh,
Yeah.
couple of strong highlights for me, like the title cut is obviously great, and I really liked Torched, which is a total speed metal song. That's great. Um, but overall, I don't have like a whole lot to write home about for this album. Did you feel differently?
Oh, I there were only like one or two tracks on this album that I was like, I might put that on a playlist later. But no, I loved pretty much the entirety of this album.
Okay, well, I want
It's
you to go then. Go talk about that then.
yeah, it's first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is probably one of the most accessible albums we've listened to.
That's
Like
true.
you could like throw this on a radio at like a high school or something,
Yeah,
and you have a fair chance of getting people's heads bobbing.
yeah.
It's like it's not going to start a pit.
No,
No one's gonna freak out over that. But it's catchy.
sure.
Track one to actually not necessarily track one. Track one's the intro. Track two all the way to the end, incredibly catchy.
Yeah. No,
And
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's definitely a pop metal album for sure.
Yeah.
And I think part of like one of the things that kind of like maybe I wasn't so into, it's like the vocals are so, it's clean and really processed vocals, right? And so it makes me think of like mainstream radio rock or like new metal, like what am I listening to, fucking Shinedown or Seether here? Like what the hell, so now that said, this is pretty fun stuff. And if they go out, if Cold Slither goes out on tour with Death Clock, I'll actually go out and go watch the cartoon metal bands. You know, uh, which honestly that could totally happen. I could see that. Um,
Well, I
but
mean, there a ton of cartoons from that era had episodes where the main characters got on stage and sang a silly song. I mean, I sent
sure,
you what you had Cadillacs and dinosaurs and Dino Riders and all sorts of like just go all over the place with that. You could easily make what you want to call this, tune cover band or some shit.
I don't know.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, you can easily do that, but you shouldn't. You probably shouldn't, but you
yeah,
could.
yeah. There is that Transformers rock band, the Cybertronic Spree. Have you seen them?
No, that sounds fun.
Yeah, no, they cosplay as like Hot Rod and RC and stuff,
Bitchin'.
and they play like the songs from the Transformers movie, um, and it's pretty fun. But like I could see that like Cybertronic Spree and Cold Slither, like I would watch that. I would watch that tour.
I
So
probably would too. All things
yeah,
considered. Holy
that's
crap!
it's like yeah, it's silly stuff, but it's fun. So I don't know. This is all right for me. Let's see what else. Yeah, like Zartan's Revenge and like Snakes on the Bayou were not happening for me so much, but there's some other stuff. I really, you know what I
My
found?
favorite tracks.
Oh, really?
My
I'm
two
sorry.
favorite tracks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chase. I
It's all
really,
no, it's all good. It's all good.
I did find a Master of Disguise to be that was pretty really catchy. I couldn't I that song could easily get stuck in my head, and yeah, but I thought that was really good. And I just want to say comment on they have the closing track. These fluffies are fatal. Talking about
Yeah.
the Fatal Fluffies episode of GI Joe, which was another okay. So the Cold Slither episode was commenting on heavy metal and the backwards messaging, like
Uh,
oh moral panic, or whatever of the 80s, right?
yeah.
you know, and you know, and the Hector Rivera or Hector Ramirez character, the journalist was totally based on Geraldo Rivera, who was like,
Yep.
kind of like the
Yep.
beginning of the sleazy TV journalist, guys. Like he was like he started that. Thanks, Geraldo. Uh, but yeah,
It's fault. Woo. Nothing.
yeah. Oh yes, yeah. The Capone's fault. Nothing. Yeah. You
Yeah.
cut out there for a sec. So, but
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
but these fluffies are fatal. The Fatal Fluffies episode is another like commenting on another 80s phenomenon, like these like oh my god, the toy that we've got to have for our kids, like
Yeah.
they look like popples. The Fatal Fluffies look like popples. Remember popples? The stuffed animal
Yeah.
that you rolled its head into a
Yep.
pocket or shoved its head up its ass, like and made it a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a commenting on popples or like Cabbage Patch Kids, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And also like, man,
It's like a more versatile. It's like a more versatile tribble. Like you can actually do something with it
yeah,
instead of just being a ball of fur. Yeah.
and yeah, it was perfect. They could do the tribbles and also like comment on 80s consumerism, which is like too perfect. Like it's for a show that was really like uh propaganda for American imperialism and the military industrial complex. Because like everybody I know who joined the army, like they're like, yeah, GI Joe. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad that I
Wow.
I did
Okay,
not get
dude.
attached
I
to
I
that.
joined the army. I would have joined the army out of a sense of service and because of my family. But yeah, sure, a cartoon. We don't need to get into that. But ugh.
Yeah, but but anyway, there was a lot of like, okay, like we're commenting on some on stuff that's going on in society, man, on that show. But anyway, Cold Slither album.
Al- Like also Hasbro trying to tell us about consumerism. Oh, don't buy these super popular toys, but hey, check out the Thunder Machine.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe Popples.
Yeah.
I don't know who put out Popples.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that was. I don't know if that was Kenner or somebody else. I don't. I have no idea. But
Me either. Man.
if it was released by a competitor, I could see them making the thing. But also a stuffed animal is not competing for market dollars from
No.
GI Joe toys. That's a totally yeah.
Probably not.
It's
No.
a different demographic for sure. Uh, but anyway, the Cold
Oh,
Slither
you,
album.
you mentioned Torched earlier. I
Yeah,
said that's basically a Gamma Bomb song. When I was listening to it, all I heard was Gamma Bomb the whole way through. I'm like, oh, this
that's
is good.
cool. Yeah, no, but that
Yeah.
song is cool. Yeah, it's a yeah. But any more thoughts on the album itself, Chase?
I loved Cold Slither. It was a great improvement over the original track, which was just a tongue-in-cheek rip on heavy metal anyway, or hair
Yeah,
metal or rock or whatever the hell they're trying to rip on there.
yeah.
And yeah, the Thunder Machine, that one stuck in my head because my next door neighbor, they're twins, Eli and Josh. I don't know who owned it, but one of them owned the Thunder Machine, the tank. It had it written on the side of it and everything.
Oh,
That just stuck in my head as a
okay,
fun childhood memory.
okay.
And my favorite track, Zartan's Revenge. You didn't like it that much, but I thought it was
Oh,
catchy as hell, and
cool.
the lead up to the chorus was great. The snake in the grass and knife in the back. I thought that was fun.
Sure. No, that's cool.
Uh,
And oh,
yeah,
good.
and snakes on the bayou. Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry that like I highlighted like these songs really stunk, and they were like the ones you liked the most.
takes all kinds, baby.
Yeah, I guess all kinds of me being a dick. But anyway,
Nah.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought this was a fun diversion. I don't think I'm really going to be coming back to this much. But sounds like you may. So that's cool. We kind of a split.
Yeah, bit of a
Uh,
split.
Gene says no, but Roger says yes. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's Cold Slither, everybody. Hey, pretty fun. Check it out. I mean, it's worth a laugh. It's worth checking out. It's fun. It's out everywhere now, so you can just go.
If you're old and your back hurts, you'll enjoy it because it's a throwback to nostalgia. If you were born after 1990, yeah, it's still just a catchy album. Just give it a shot, guys.
Sure.
Come on.
And honestly, if somebody who's into like mainstream rock, like, is gonna have a lot to enjoy on this. Seriously. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this sucks at all. It was fun. It's definitely fun. And like I'm glad this exists. So, I'll give it horns for that. Uh cool. Are we ready to move on, Chase?
Yeah, we are to
Okay.
Chase's classic album. Yeah,
Chase's classic album. What
totally.
do we have for us this week?
This week we have Hallows Eve, Tales of Terror.
Right. When was that released, Chase?
Yeah, July 12th, 1985 on Metal Blade Records,
Oh,
hailing
that
from Atlanta,
means
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah,
And that means this is this album's 40th anniversary.
I didn't even notice that. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
Hey, that's
crap.
cool. I am correct
Yeah.
sometimes. So yes, it's funny. I really like Hallows Eve, but I always forget about them. Do you have bands like that?
I no, I understand completely. Yes, yes. Occasionally that'll happen when I'll go down the list of like Teutonic thrash bands, and for some reason I will always forget Accept because they sit in like a heavy metal rock
Oh,
kind
right,
of
right.
kind of station for the most part, but I mean they fit in all sorts of categories, but first and foremost Teutonic thrash. It's always where they sit with me, but I
Accept?
always
Interesting.
yeah
Oh,
yeah it
okay. I
always kind
never,
of
I
slips
never,
my mind.
I never thought of Accept in the priest, or excuse me, in the thrash category. But like in German metal, I often when I'm like, sometimes I'll forget about that, or I'm like, I there'll be ones like I forgot about Paradox, or I forgot about Assassin, like because there's so many of those bands. But yeah, so
Fair, Assassin. To be fair, Assassin stays in the shadows, doesn't want to be seen. So
okay, well, that's not really good
bad
marketing,
joke.
not good marketing. But
No.
anyway, but it's fine. Um, but no, Hallows Eve. I really like this. Of their I all three of their albums from the '80s are really good. I like this one probably the least of the three, but this is
Really? Huh.
but it's really a cool record. I think, this is a strong debut, but I think Death and Insanity, for example, is just a better album. I like that one more. But we're talking about this one, Tales of Terror. So yeah, I mean the opening track, Plunging to Megadeth, is on like every compilation ever. So a little, it's cool. Also, kind of an awkward turn of phrase because Megadeth is a unit of measurement specifically 1 million deaths by nuclear explosion.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, one, that's never happened. I mean, I don't think a
Yeah, fair
million
enough.
people were
Yeah.
killed in Hiroshima or Nagasaki. I can't remember, but a lot. Maybe it was. I don't
I
even
don't
know.
think so. Yeah.
But but that said, hey, it is a good song, even though it's like, it's on everything. If you've heard one song by Hallows Eve, it's probably that or Metal Merchants, which I don't get tired of. That song rules. Um,
Never.
um, but Also big favorites for me on the record. There Are No Rules and Valley of the Dolls.
There are no rules. It's
Yeah,
also one of my favorites.
yeah, yeah. How about you, man?
There are no rules. Metal Merchants, of course, and I count Horror Show and The Mansion as one song because I listened to this album. I want to say 4 times in one day, and I didn't realize that they were two different songs because they kind of just bleed into one. They go
Sure.
from one to the other, and it feels like a continuation. So, Horror
Right.
Show, The Mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. But yeah, I mean, Hallows Eve is really cool. I mean, I think this album leans a little more. It's a little more on the speed metal side of thrash. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm not saying it sounds like early Sodom, but like early Sodom, Exciter, early Razor. That's like, yes, it's thrash metal, but it's a little more uh, you know, power trio speed medley. It's not complex, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One
Uh,
guitarist, yeah.
yeah. And I'm not even sure how many guys are in Hallows Eve. Sorry. But, but yeah, dude, I like all three of their albums from the 80s. They came back and they had a reunion record, but which I have not heard yet. Um, and I think they've disbanded again. Um,
Yeah.
but, um, but yeah, dude, I remember they put out a box set. Metal Blade put out a box set of all three albums with like demo material and live stuff. I'm like, right on. So that was cool, and I remember I had that. I picked that up. That was killer, you know. So I'm a fan of this band. Um, uh, but this is, yeah, you can do a lot.
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I actually have only heard this album.
Oh,
I spent all week just listening to this and the other stuff we were listening to.
yeah.
But I didn't go back. I didn't go forward rather and listen to the albums after this one. Does it keep the same? I mean, you said that this was more speedy
Hmm.
than the other ones. Does it keep the same kind of like Halloween thrash kind of?
Yeah,
You know what
pretty
I'm saying?
much.
Like
Yeah, yeah. It's not
okay,
all horror. There's a lot of horror songs on this one. I think it's,
yeah,
they expand the subject matter that they're talking about on the next two records. But I think the the guitars sound beefier, and the records sound a bit heavier on the next two. The vocal delivery is still great. Um,
yeah,
uh, I think Death Insanity, which is the one for me, just has a little more power than this one. Um, but not This is not a weak album at all. It's not like you ever heard of the band Devastation, Chase?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's like they had like a 3 album arc, and their first album, I wouldn't say it sucks, but it's almost sucks. It's like really nothing to write home about, right? And then like the next album is like, oh, this is a big improvement. And like the third one is like the classic one. Like shit, yeah. So it's like they're kind of on this weird arc. And like it's interesting to see bands that kind of where that happens. And I wouldn't say Tales of Terror is definitely better than the first Devastation album. I'm not saying it's like a one-to-one comparison, but I will say it's good, but not like incredible. And I just think that the Death and Insanity is just the better of the two. And Monument, it's been a minute since I don't have a strong memory of it, but I remember liking it quite a bit. So I got to go back and listen to the rest of their catalog again because I really like this band. They're so much fun. Um, but yeah, dude, Hallows Eve, Tales of Terror. This is a really I was surprised at this pick and delighted because I like these, like, oh, that's a great record. But it's a deeper cut. It's really off the beaten path. But this is a classic. These were one of those Metal Blade Records bands, where um, uh, they're really charming and they put out a handful of cool albums, but they kind of stayed at a certain level. You know what I mean? They never were able to kind of get into
Yeah,
that like
yeah.
upper echelon. But the fact
Okay.
that bands like Hallows Eve and Warlord and Lizzie Borden and stuff, got to have a home with Metal Blade, and like, those bands all have like a cult status. Omen is another one, you know, um, where they never got huge, but if you're into 80s metal, these bands. And or you've seen these records around, and there's something very familiar and charming about them. And yeah, I like Hallows Eve, and Tales of Terror is a really cool record. So I'm glad you picked it. Did you have more stuff to say about this one, Chase?
Pairs really well with EC Comics.
Yeah,
This
that I
album.
I can get, yeah, totally. Um, yeah, I love that. That's cool. Um, well, right on. So yeah, got to give horns up for Hallows Eve, Tales of Terror. This is a classic, man. And you know, I've been listening to a lot of the more extreme end of thrash metal, or the more technical aspect of thrash metal. But it's nice to go back and just listen to like a meat and potatoes thrash metal album that really kicks ass. Um, but yeah, it's a little more primitive, I want to say, not in like the not in like a like a South American metal kind of sense, but just or it's not that it's real raw, but it's just uh not overly complicated, but it's fun, and it delivers the goods, the thrash goods. Yeah.
Comfort metal. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is comfort metal. Like, oh yeah, oh great, I could go for a cheeseburger. Here's a great cheeseburger. Such a good
Here we
cheeseburger.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Hallows Eve, Tales of Terror. Those are good burgers, Walter. Um,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. Okay. So why don't we move on to our
Fuck off,
next?
Tony.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't we? Are we good here? We're good. Okay. Why don't we move on
Yeah.
to our next segment? And we're going to talk about, it's Hardcore Hall of Fame, and I chose today the FUs and their 1982, I think it's 81 or 82 album, um, or EP, whatever. It's about 16 minutes long. It's called Kill for Christ. And if you'll notice, the album cover is by Pushead, who would do a lot of T-shirt art for and stuff for Metallica. But he was also the frontman of a hardcore band, Septic Death, who were raging and perhaps are overdue for inclusion in Hardcore Hall of Fame. I'll say that. Um, However, uh, yeah, we got the FUs. Chase, what did you think of this album?
Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I guess I'll start with this. First of all, I absolutely adore this album cover.
Yeah,
And maybe go jumping zombie Jesus with a machine gun. It's zombie Jesus with a machine gun.
right, right. And I don't know if he's like a
Uh,
zombie, but yeah, in there. But yeah, uh,
he looks pretty resurrected, but not through holy means. You
right.
know, not 3 days later. He looks.
Shit. Okay. Uh, okay.
But other than
Um,
that, yeah, it's a solid, aggressive, uh, fucking hard. I'm not particularly good at parsing all this out. It's all essentially just one long ass song complaining about the 80s. That's
yeah.
what every hardcore album is so far, or EP. Just one really long, man, I fucking hate Reagan, I hate Republicans, I hate the army. And it's like, okay, cool. But you want anything else to sing? I hate Republicans, I hate the army, I hate capitalism. Okay, cool, cool. Anything else you got to say? Well, you're screaming it cool, so I like it still. That's
There you
pretty
go.
much how this
Yeah,
album
I
was
mean, and
first.
and look, that's just the story of 81 hardcore. That's what it's about. It's like a reaction
Yep.
to Reagan.
Yep.
And like, man, uh, at least he gave us something cool while he was destroying America. Um, but but yeah, dude, civil defense and die for God, and uh,
God.
rock and roll mother is another song. Like, it's kind of like taking down like all the like kind of like
Uh,
rock and roll bullshit kind of attitude. And it's like, do we really have time or room for that shit? But yeah.
Preschool dropouts, daisy chains, and die for God were they didn't they stuck out enough for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But the name, especially preschool dropouts, just had me laughing.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure
pretty
it's about
funny.
something way more serious. But man, fuck this. I'm not going to school. My juice
Yeah,
box. I'm out of here.
yeah. So there's like two versions of this. Like Preschool Dropouts is on the like longer version, which was what I was listening to
Oh,
most of the time. There's a version that's only like that ends with the song "Fu," and that's the main version. But anyway, there was a bunch of other songs. I don't know. I think these were like from like compilations and other appearances, maybe another EP or 7 inch or two. But it's fine. It's fine. Um, but yeah, I like that song too. Uh, uh, but yeah, I mean, this is just it's this fits right in with so many of the other 81 hardcore bands that we've covered, and I just it had
yeah.
that same kind of energy, and it's fast and pissed off and short songs,
Oh yeah.
and it's everything I want punk to be. So thank you, the FUs, and also I love that they're called that.
Ew, FUs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
um, you know, like no commercial potential at all. Like the FUs. I love that. And I think
C100. We have the fa.
yeah.
No, that's not
Yeah,
happening.
no, yeah. But I love that that is an essential part of hardcore. It's like we are not trying to be rock stars. We are not trying to do that. We are about trying to uh, express this message of discontent. And
Some may find us distasteful.
yeah, yeah. But I that's what I love the immediacy of of 80s hardcore because it's like even thrash metal, or any heavy metal that stuff that we love contemporary to this, it's kind of like okay, it's more about intricate like arrangements and having a cool solo than having anything meaningful to say, and that it's the truth. I mean, thrash metal often has a social consciousness, but heavy metal in general is just about rocking out, you know. And I mean, and with the occasional social comment, but usually it's wizards and dragons and shit, and uh,
Dungeons and Dragons can be allegories for capitalism and socialism and all this.
yeah,
No, wait,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it probably is just Puff the Magic Dragon being a magic dragon.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
drugs.
yeah. I mean, but things are open to interpretation. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's okay. Like I thought this was great. I'm really glad that I stumbled across this one. I was like, oh, that's perfect for this segment. But yeah, the FUs, Kill for Christ. Uh, yeah, and also Die for God is a great statement about like lame, coming from like having a family like with like lame-o conservative values and like all the kinds of toxic kinds of shit and like you're not a man unless you fought in a war kind of bullshit. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
and
cultures that push that shit are kind of bullshit. I agree. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree completely. Yeah,
yeah, that's really
yeah.
lame that we
It's not.
grew up in that bullshit culture. Go ahead, sorry.
I managed. A lot of people didn't, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, do
Oh.
you, do you have any more thoughts on this one, Chase?
Uh. Uh. Good for what it is. Good for what ails you. Really.
Good for what ails you. Yeah, no, I mean like this, this is a great bunch of really pissed off songs, and that's what we like. So hey, cool. Well, why don't we get into our upcoming shows segment? And let's see, what do we have first? Oh, coming up this very Thursday, July 31st. Here, I'm going to make that larger. Uh, the classic Canadian hardcore punkers, Dayglow Abortions, are playing at Dante's with support from Sidewalk Slam, Here's Your Warning, and The Brothels. That'll be cool. I remember I had their album Feed Us a Fetus, which was very good. And so yeah, go see the Dayglow Abortions if and you can. I wish I was going to this. I'm not sure why I'm not. But yeah, let's see. And then um, uh, Friday and Saturday, August 1st and 2nd in Seattle is the Soldiers of Steel Festival, which it looks like I won't be attending now. But this is an incredibly stacked bill of mostly traditional metal. little bit. There's a handful of thrash bands in there too. This is going to be a killer time for everybody being there, and I am envious that I will not be there with you. Um, but yeah, let's see. Oh, what am I doing here? I'm just playing around. Um, but let's see, and then on August 9th at the Firkin Lounge, Nerve Damage, Hood River hardcore punk band, and Ursa Wrath, who are Washington State thrash metal band, and Why Won't You Die, who I think are hardcore or crossover or something in that vicinity. Uh, but anyway, this is a free show, but it's a charity event fundraiser for somebody who is quite ill with cancer. So please come to this and bring some dough to donate to that cause. So that's cool. And hey, this is gonna be a great crossover show. Thrash metal and punk. Heck yeah, that rules. So that doesn't suck. Let's see. Then Chase, what's the date on this one? Fire in the Sky 5, August 16th.
16.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes, in Scio, Oregon. It's going to be out in the woods. But hey, Atomic Terror and Dead Nexus and I think 10 other bands are going to be playing. That's going to be a fun little festival for those who can make it out that way. Um, let's see. And then, let's see, August. God, what is the date of this one, Chase? I'm so sorry. It's
That's
the
the
uh,
Northwest Hardcore Fest.
the pre-show. The pre-show.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's August 15th.
Thank you. August 15th. And let's see. And this is going to be, I want to say, at the High Limit Room. Be a handful of hardcore bands again to get you warmed up. Actually, one, two, three. This is like 7 bands, 6 bands. This should get you warmed up for the next 2 days of hardcore mayhem at uh, at at Northwest Hardcore Fest, which I will be pulling up that flyer right now. Let's see. Look at that. This is going to be 2 days, August 16th and 17th. That's going to be over at on 15th and Hancock. Uh, that's going to be 2 killer days of hardcore. I'm going to try to go to Saturday. I don't think I can do Sunday because I'll work the next day on Monday. You know how that goes. Having a job. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like a great time. Uh, Hell yeah, that's gonna be cool. And then another cool thing happening is the Volume Bomb Block Party, Saturday, August 23rd. 5 bars that are next to each other and across from each other on Hawthorne here in Portland are just going to be having like nonstop bands playing, mostly punk. But this is going to be a cool time, and I am looking forward to this. It's going to be a cool event. Um, let's see what else we have next. Then there's August 29th, Gigi Allen's birthday. You can celebrate Fling Your Poo over at the Blackwater uh, and see Vaccine, Malakili, Aggro, and Betrayer. That's going to be $15, and that'll be a cool ass time. I'm finally going to see Aggro. Oh, I'll probably have seen them at the Northwest Hardcore Fest, but yes, I've been wanting to see them, so yay. Uh, let's see, and then let's see. On Saturday, August 30th, I Am the Intimidator, the NASCAR-themed speed metal band, are playing with Ice Princess, a band I thought broke up, which is kind of a fantasy metal thing, and Thick Lizzy, which is a Thin Lizzy tribute band. Yeah, it would be hilarious if they were all fat guys, but clearly from this photo they are not. Uh, but that's gonna be cool. I'm probably gonna go to that. I wanted to see Ice Princess, and I thought that I would not have a chance to, so I'm gonna definitely hit that up. And I Am the Intimidator is very cool, and I want to see them, so definitely probably gonna be there. Definitely maybe. Uh, and then let's see. Here's a show I will also be at. Friday, September 5th. Uh, uh, Hog are going to be playing at the Twilight. This is their album release show. They got their album Black Hole. They've got a full length coming. It's going to be on Riding Easy Records. And this band, I hope that this band blows up. They are so good. I saw them last summer and they were killer. Just a really awesome like 70s like heavy fuzz tone rock kind of band. Um, Hog is great, and then they're gonna have support from RIP, who are an awesome doom band. My friend Fuzzy is the front man of that group, uh, and you know I'm not a huge doom guy, but I checked out their albums and they're great. So they are really good. So I that's gonna be fun. Also, a band called Asphalt are gonna be on the bill. Uh, Hopefully they're not a tribute to that band Pavement from the 90s. But no, I don't know. I'm sure they aren't. But and I barely remember that band either. So what a lame joke. Okay, but yeah, let's see. Oh yes, and then what day is the? Oh, September 11th. Never forget to go to the High Limit
Never
Room.
forget.
Now, yeah, to see Haggis and Posthumous Regurgitation with alongside with support from Simeon, Rank and Vile, and Secret Service. I think this is all or mostly all kind of like grindcore death metal. Um, Haggis is great. They're blowing up, and Posthumous Regurgitation. I work with one of the guys from that band. They are excellent, and so I am looking forward to this. This is going to be a dope time. Um, so that will be cool. Uh, let's see. And then on September 13th at the Hawthorne Hideaway, Grave Witch are going to be on. They're on tour and they're going to have support from Maggot Sorcerer, Atomic Terror, and Death Nut on this gig. That should be fun. Grave Witch is a cool blackened thrash band from Bend, I believe, and they're cool. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to see them, and of course, having Atomic Terror on the bill with them does not suck. That's going to be a cool show, cool time. Let's see. We have and then what October 11th? It is like going to be just the greatest night of our lives. Uh, Classic thrash bands, uh, Dark Angel, Sacred Reich, and Violence, alongside uh, some
Damn.
newer speed and thrash bands who also rule, Midnight and Interceptor. This is an incredible bill. I am
Yeah.
over the moon about this show. And so, yeah, it's just going to be an incredible time, and I'm so heckin' stoked. Man, what's your enthusiasm level on this one, Chase? Pretty high?
I'm pretty sure my mic will peak if I it will do my mic will peak if I try to
Yeah, don't
be
do
as
any more of
happy as
those
I am about
woos
this. But yes,
because,
dude.
yeah, yeah, don't go
Woo.
high. Those,
Yeah,
those,
no, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, they do peak, and it's like, it's really jarring. So don't do that. But hey, yeah, that's, oh, sorry.
No, that's I'm fucking stoked, dude. I'm so glad you're able to procure tickets for this. I'm
Yes,
it's fucking 2 months away still.
I know, and it's crazy because like I my trip to see Razor is like a week after that too, like so like October is going to be insane, I'm also going to be seeing Circle Jerks like October 2nd too, so like holy shit, life it is
Yeah,
happening.
dude.
But okay, so I think that's the show. Chase, why don't you hit us with the sign off, baby?
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, find revenge as sweet as pie. See them dropping like flies.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night.